Hey everyone, Brittany Heckenberg here with Keller Williams. Hey, just want to give you all a quick market update as we are approaching December. So last market update kind of refreshed on October. And so I have seen quite a bit of change from the October market to the end of this November market. Biggest change was inflation numbers came out, and inflation was actually a little bit less than what we forecasted, meaning interest rates dipped a little bit. So it was kind of a nice little surprise for buyers. So I'm going to kind of break this into two sections. I'm going to talk to buyers, I'm going to talk to sellers. So sellers, if you've been around with me for a while, you know my speech when it comes to selling your home in November and December. Statistically for us, it's always been a fantastic month. Number one, there are active vested buyers in the months of November and December. Most of them are highly motivated. They're trying to get out here for either a job transfer, job change, lifestyle change. So most people don't like to home shop in a couple feet of snow. So we really are looking at motivated buyers these 2 months, and especially if they're willing to give up weekends to go look at houses, considering everybody's weekends are packed. So sellers, be thinking about listing if you want to list. I think it's imperative to get to market no later than middle of December if you're looking to do something like that. And now buyers, we know that the interest rates coming down are a nice little reprieve for some of you. And so just kind of take that into consideration as you're shopping. The other piece with that too is we are seeing some price adjustments and corrections in the market. We are seeing sellers' concessions being paid. So it's a little bit more favorable terms for you when it comes to purchasing. So really, everyone, we are kind of moving into this balanced market, which was kind of predicted and kind of, welcomed per se. Now, everyone always asks, what's going to happen in 2023? And this is where, my magic ball just does not tell me what's going to happen. And so we have a couple really good educated guesses. A handful of lenders that I know have said a lot of those buyers have pulled out. They've kind of put their search on hold, and they're going to be re-looking in the spring. And so let's just play out the scenario that 2022 spring looks very similar to 2023 spring. And so if that's the case, we are going to be back into bidding wars and frenzies and low interest rates and kind of all the stuff that we just came off of in spring. Again, reason to start looking right now if you really want to purchase to kind of avoid that headache. Now, I'm going to talk to the sellers of the spring market. A handful of sellers have said, I'm going to wait to sell in the spring. And, if you're going to stay locally, then you would be buying in the spring. And what I can tell you is having a contingency in a crazy market like that is pretty difficult. And so there's got to be other strategies that we utilize. One possibly being a bridge loan, or two, you look at being contingent now to sell. To avoid that in the spring. So I know some of our buyers that have kind of put the brakes on essentially will be entering the market in the spring, but they don't have contingencies. And that's a lot of what I've heard from. A lot of people will enter the market in the spring. It'll just be kind of a little bit tough. So needless to say, it's still always a good time to buy, and it's always a good time to sell. And so most important thing is, every buyer that we have a consultation with, we want to make sure that your end goal is to be in that home for a minimum of 3 years. So just kind of keep that in mind. And of course, with sellers, we put together a marketing strategy that will maximize your equity when it comes to selling. So as always, if you have any questions for Ryan and I, please don't hesitate to reach out. We just want to wish all of you wonderful holidays, happy holidays from us. So from our family to yours, hope you guys have a wonderful new year. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, all that wonderful stuff. And as always, if we can be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out.